but then, you know, they know that white man came from the cave or whatever and didn't have any knowledge until he came into Kemet and Egypt and all that stuff, who are dark-skinned people who taught them. Right? But they're never going to tie the fact that Greeks and Socrates, Aristotle, all these people went to Kemet to learn, right? You know, and that these so-called black people in Egypt were teaching the white man. How come they're not mad at them? How come they always got an issue with Moors speaking, you know, about deal with the European on a certain level or whatever? Oh, you guys sell out to the... Okay, so what about the ancient Egyptians? They weren't sellouts for teaching the Greeks and stuff like that? Oh, they weren't sellouts. Oh, because those are the founders of civilization, and then the Moors are... We're some Islamic whatever that have nothing to do with anything historical. We just figment of our imagination that we're Moors. But they're really black Egyptians or whatever.
Funny thing is, I was watching with Taj last night. He was saying that all of the 33 degrees Masons, all of the CEOs of any company, and all of the religious leaders, the top ones, they all studied Drew Ali.
Right.
And they all know about it.
Now, what it is that they study, what they really study is Gnosticism. That's really what they study as far as the CEO's lodge or whatever like that. That's why when you bump into people who are financially well off, you go to their house, they have Queen of Sheba thing that's worth 50,000, and King Tut picture that's worth 80,000, and they got a rug that they got from Morocco or something like that, $200,000 rug and all that stuff. And then our people are going to say that, oh, they don't respect our culture, they're culture vultures. Well, they honor it more than you. They're going to pay $50,000 for a mat. Clearly they honor that, right? What they fail to realize is that Gnosticism was adopted by the Moors. Gnosticism was adopted by the Moors because Gnosticism comes from ancient Kemet, we'll say Egypt, and the Moors are the custodians of ancient Egyptian culture. So being that the Moors are the custodians of ancient Egyptian culture, and Egypt being around the corner from Morocco, ancient Egypt being the founders of civilizations anciently, and then their mystery school information known as Gnosticism was transferred or adopted by the Moors, and then the Moors took that information and then they did whatever they did with it, and those are the last people that had anything ancient in their possession. After the Moors, it went to Smithsonian Institute, all these museums or whatever around here, Freemasonic lodges or whatever like that, Black Boule, people who got all this stuff too, and they're holding secrets, right? Wicca, occult, whatever like that, black magic, Madame Blavatsky, all these people, Anton LaVey, whoever else that they talk about that deals with witchcraft and all that stuff is Moor science splintered after the Moors got kicked out of Spain. And then those people that adopted what the Moors adopted didn't say that they got it from them. They push it out, oh yeah, this is our new age, whatever like that, and get people start meditating and get people to start Taoism, Buddhism, and all this type of stuff again, because of wisdom from the East and spiritual, whatever like that, holistic health and whatever like that. All that stuff is more science, just all over the place. And then those people who know that more science is whatever all over the place, when they see Moors, that's when they come running up, want to take pictures, want to whatever like that. Find me a black guy that's knowledge of themselves, that goes out there, that deals with a European, and gets the response that Moors get when we deal with European. And you realize that it's totally different. You deal with majority of people in the world. If they engage somebody that's quote unquote conscious black or whatever, that doesn't have any type of customs or whatever like that, they might just throw on a dashiki or whatever and go out there and think that, oh yeah, we're being ourselves. People look at them like, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. But as soon as Moors come on, with, you know, they got the turban with the pyramid in the front, or they got fezzes on, somebody is gonna stop you. Somebody. They're gonna stop you and ask you about, hey, where did you get that? How did you get that? I haven't seen that in a while. Whatever, just because. Many sisters, specifically, even with the turbans, have Europeans running up on them. Well, you know, why are you wearing a turban and all that stuff? Because they know. Queen has a turban that she wears. Margaret Sanger wore turbans. So this is not something that put a turban on so you can carry the bucket from the well and all that type of stuff. That's not what turbans is. It's high culture, ancient culture. The type of cloth matters, the length of the cloth matters, the width of the cloth matters, how you wrap it matters, because it's a science. It's all part of the adopted Gnosticism that, remember, what the so-called black power Kemet, the Moors people don't talk about is that Noble Juali, before he was prophet, he was known as the Egyptian adept. So if he's an Egyptian adept, but he's a Moor, what does that tell you about Egyptian culture and the Moors and their relation? The fact that he was called Egyptian adept, everybody out there who says that they rep any ancient Egypt, whatever, should at least study from the Egyptian adept perspective as far as Noble Juali's teachings. They should at least study that. Even if it's 2 years of his life that he was classified as that. They should be taking that part and exerting that from all the other stuff that they say in Moors and at least study that stuff. And in them doing that, it'll tie them right back around to make sure they proclaim their nationality, even if they're ancient Egyptian as they claim. Just like we know that Hebrews did. Just like we know that Rastafarians did. Just like we know that Black Power, whoever guys did. Just like we know that other chematologists did that, you know, when you run into the truth and you realize that you've been living a fraud the whole time, you better get down with truth or you're only going to be having problems in your life. Because like we're saying, this is something divine. So majority of individuals who had the teachings, knew about the teachings, might have even exercised some of the teachings. The majority of those people played zip the lip. We're not talking about this. We're going to be getting our benefit over here, and then people could get whatever they want. If they come and ask, you know, maybe we might hit them off, they give a fee or something like that. Other than that, they're not knowing about this.
When we're talking about the timeline of the information coming out, we asked the question about when did the information start coming back out again after being suppressed. I want to know for online, because there's so much information now online. It's unlimited if you really search. When did that started to form online, the internet, where there's so much information? Information started to come up. Because I know I started, I saw the information online myself, and so that was probably back in 2013.
So let's say let's say attached to online, we'll put lecture / VHS and stuff like that. Right? So when we go into that, we have Empress of the Washita, we have Alina Bay, we have Brother Azariah Bay, Kaba Hiawatha, Booker T. Coleman,
Bobby Hammett.
Bobby Hammett, those will probably be top 5 right now. Oh yeah, Hakeem Bey, 6. Hakeem Bey, Empress of the Washita, Bobby Hammett, Alim, and Azariah. And then keep in mind that all of them were exercising this out of or on the platform of House of Consciousness. When they would call Moors to do lectures on Moor stuff, not debate about whether this is right, are we Moors and stupid stuff like they do today. Back then they were about the info. Oh yeah, don't forget Phil Valentine.
Yeah, Phil Valentine.
Phil Valentine L. Right? So, as far as online, there was a website, something about Lost Feather or something like that. I know they've been around for a while, lostfeather.com. They dealt with a lot of Aboriginal, indigenous information, tying quote-unquote black people to we're natives. And of course, RV Bay Publications, because we know that they've been making an impact since they touched online. But yeah, before online, we would have to go to the VHS era, you know what I mean, and go through those individuals that were, coming out and speaking about these things that people, they weren't even hearing about. Like when we look at one of the greatest ones out there, dealing with Gnosticism, metaphysics, spirituality, astrology, etc., is Shaman Healers on YouTube by Alim Bey. Right, that was about 3 hours, and then also Black Dot has one too. Hip Hop Decoded, if I'm not mistaken. Islam one, right? So once we take it as we now have to be the custodians of the ones before us now that were bringing the Moorish information to the forefront, right? All those people that we call master teacher or whatever, now we're the custodians. That's how we tell people. Go online, download all those stuff. Whatever's on there, download it, some type of form, MP3, MP4, AVI, whatever, download it, so we have it, right? Because, majority of individuals who are, will say, against this information, is they're really going on the strength that our people aren't going to get this. People are stupid. They're not going to get that we're not black. Especially if they keep pushing it as an actual thing, that we can do this. We can say that we're this, and we're going to get recognized because we got gun clubs and we got we kill crackers or whatever like that.